Hey, what's up today, y'all? So I wanted to show you guys real quick. It's just a real basic fan, and it just has like the mounting bracket that's adjustable, and then you slide it where you want, and then you put a screw. So I'll go ahead and show you guys it. I'm getting ready to throw it up. Okay, so that's all it is. So really, it just came with those screws, those 4 wood screws, a plug. I knocked out the one, go through, sand it. I hit it with this thing's ancient. That looks really nice, so I hit it with that. You can go anywhere as you want. I like to go through the top because it's further away from the sheathing. So anyways, it's kind of sick. If you look right here, look right there, it basically gives you numbers. It just says 1/2 inch, don't break. You just bend right to the stud. 3/4 and up, you break off the whole inch thing. So it'll get broken at the very top line. So yeah, you don't have to measure anything. So yeah, I'm going to set it to 3/4. I'll go ahead and set it real quick and I'll get a clip of it after. And of course, yes, I installed the ground. I installed those 2 screws. They're not wood screws. They have a flat head. So I guess it's like a bolt technically. They thread up and then they both have a lock washer on them. I really like the setup. It's simple, but very like just strong. I'm going to use these for the rest of the time. So I'll go ahead and show you guys. All I did was today, I just marked the center. 98.5 in this room is center. While I was up there, I drilled. I just drilled, that's my last hole. And then of course I just drilled right down the line. Now we got our first one hooked up. You see how he went very close to center. So we got our first one hooked. Again, I just used the block. And that's fine. It's at 3/4 inch reveal for the sheathing. So pretty soon I'm gonna have to take those down, but anyways, I'll throw that one up, I'll get a clip, then after that we'll drill and mark for the recessed canister lights. Okay, we got them in, the 2 fans. We got in the 8 halo canister recessed lights in. I started putting the whites in and hooking them, and then I realized that I really need to add the trim piece too now. I might as well. So I'm trying to figure out how it goes on. I can slip them over it, so that's not a big deal. Again, I just want to like figure it out, and I may have those upside down, those springs. I'm not really sure, but for some reason I felt like that would be the best way to do it, but what do I know? So we'll see. But yeah. You can see down there, I've drilled it. I just got to put the last one in and drill the last few on that run. It's nice and warm in here. It's at least 50s. Yeah, and again, that's at 49.25 off that wall. The center, again, was 98.5. See how we got that there? We got it drilled. I like that bar. I wish I would have used them. I like that bar. I wish I would have used them on the others, but it's no big deal. I got 3 left to fug around with, so who knows, I might swap one out. We'll see. And yeah, that's that. So I can run wire next, so I'll get some clips of some wire after it's ran. You can see where I'm at here, so, and I will walk you through the way I'm doing it. But yeah, okay, real quick, there's the stairs. So we got our temp stairs, we're all set. Yeah, I just gotta run that wire, that's really it. I'm not 100%, I can do it like 3 ways. One way is I can come in right through there, start there, then from there, run 14.3, all the way down to our last cam light. Take a right to this cam light and then go back this way to our last cam light, and then either loop back or go that way over and there, or I guess let's see, to there, over, down to these ones. And then right to my 2G, my 2 ganger, right to that one. That's one way. And there's two other ways. I could go basically to the switch first and then just run all 14 too. That's another way. So, or if I wanted to get really tricky and be confusing to the other people, is just stick with 14.2, ditch my white neutral wire and turn it into another hot wire, like turn it into my red wire basically, tape it off black. And yeah, that's another way. So I'll probably go with 14.3. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna get wire up, and as I run out of wire, I'll just run it accordingly, more or less. But I have so much wire. This wire is all good still, so we're gonna be fine. So right here I'm showing you the wire I ended up running. So I decided to go through there. That's like the shortest path. I liked it. Seemed good. I might put a strike plate somewhere right around there on the other side. And now I'm showing you down the line. Again, that's a 12.3, and again, I just ran it. That's what I had. Now, it's only a 15 amp circuit for it being lights, but it's fine. I can do that. Now I'm showing you it like in progress on my spool. And yeah, I mean, it went pretty good. It was a good little setup with the spool. And yeah, I mean, can't complain. And I'm feeding it through. I'm not pulling it through because you don't want to damage the wires. And the whole time you're doing it, you're checking to make sure you didn't damage any wires. And all the holes you drilled, you get rid of any like shards of wood that may be sharp. Okay, what's up, y'all? So I'm gonna go ahead and just give you guys a quick walkthrough of like what's already been done and then what I'm doing next. So behind me, you can see we got the two wires sticking out. I used traveler wires, and that's just because I didn't have enough 14.2 to make it to switch panel or whatever. Okay, so I didn't have enough 14.2 to make it to my switch. So what I did was, it's just real easy. Just ran the 14.2 or the home feed to my first light, my first recessed light, which is behind you guys. Then I started running what you see there, which is you can use that. It's fine to use it more or less, but basically I didn't have 14.3, that white one. So what I did have was plenty of 12.3. So it's just a little thicker. You can do that, but you can't do the swap. You can't use, because this is on a 15 amp breaker. That's all you want for lights. You don't want a 20 amp. That's too much power. You just need a little bit of, power for these lights. Anyways, I just used that 14.3. That's going to get me all the way through to my switch. So I did that. Next room though, we'll see how that's going to go down. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. So I didn't hook them all up yet. A couple of these are going to get moved. Basically, I think it's just that one. It's going to get moved. Or vice versa. The other ones are going to get moved to that one. It has to do with that rafter there. It's in the way. So, and that's no big deal. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and get everything going, and I'll show you guys that. Okay, so I got the 12.2, that's on the left. On the right, that's 12.3. So anyways, this time I'm going to run it from here, boom, and it's nice and short, right to my panel. So anyways, I can start there, it doesn't really matter. What it's going to be is just a cord going from that switch box to that panel. So I'll do that. That's going to be That's going to make it to where I can use all just 12-2, you know, and again, 14-2 would match the thing, but well, again, we can use, that's 12-2. It's a little bit thicker. That's okay to do. Now, the other way isn't. If you had a 20 amp circuit, which is, that's what that is compatible with, you couldn't put a thinner line, which is 14-2 for the 15 circuit. You couldn't put that on it. You get what I'm saying? So you can't put too small of a wire on too big of a circuit, but you can the other way around, which is what I did. You can put too fat of a wire on a smaller circuit. That's okay to do, and it passes code. It's completely okay. It might make something confusing. It might confuse someone. You could label it and say this is a 15 amp circuit, you know, but an electrician's going to know more or less for lights that you want a 15 amp circuit. You don't want all the power like you want for your or for your outlets. Now for the outlets, when you plug in, like, you know, 5 things, a space heater, you know, whatever it may be, then you want more power. That's when you want the 20 amps. Now that's that. I'm going to quit yapping and I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to run I'm going to run it all, like I said, for the recessed canister lights and hook it up, and we will test it. Okay, these things are obnoxious. I don't want them anywhere near my Romex. Framer's hammer. I have normal ones down below. I don't know why I haven't grabbed one yet. Just like a 16-ounce hammer or even 20-ounce. But yeah, these things really do it. Oh, let me get to the other side. Boom. Okay, we're gonna separate those. They're made to just bend over and bust on purpose, but sometimes they take a while, like, and then they'll sit there and just start spinning. See, they'll want to spin. Really? Okay, that one busted. Then you just go back and this is more work than I realized. Like, at first I was like, oh, dude, it's just like 6 loops all together up here. It's not, you know, it's only so much, but well, that's a good amount of work. Alright. Get these wire cutters. Yeah. I found more wire too. It's purple coated though because of the brand. So I can use it for my fans. I gotta do something like this. You know what I mean? So I'll label that. Yeah, it took a little longer than I realized. I only got 3 hooked up, so I got 5 left to hook up. If you look, you can see that purple line. I ended up having to use the 14-3 just because I sheerly ran out of wire. So there's one wire, like, if that makes sense. So it has the extra wire, so it's just a dead wire up there that's not hooked to anything. It's okay. I've seen it done all the time. It's no big deal. It's just kind of like, you know what I mean? It would have been better to just use like a 14-2 or whatever. And again, those are 12-2. Yeah, it's a 12-2 wire. And again, same thing. I ran that just because, again, I didn't have enough 14-2. So I just was like, hey, it's fine. We're going to run 14-2. It is what it is. It's a fatter wire on a smaller circuit. You can do that. That's okay. But yeah, man, everything went good. The hookups are great. Those Wago quick connects, those are great. You want to cut the insulation off the wires to a nice, you know, certain consistent amount, so it's not either
insulation sticking into the Wago Quick Connect or bare wire sticking out. So you want to get it lined up just right. You can see right there, those are all my runs. They still got to get hooked to the breakers. I got them all labeled. And yeah, they will get hooked up soon. And yeah, I will definitely get it all on cam. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the vid, leave a comment in the chat. And yeah, thank you for being you.